Today we are now going to react to the double standard Trump. He said this tomorrow, he says this today, and he says a whole different thing next 3 days. Let us listen to him, and then I'll be leaving my thoughts as the video goes on, and then you can also leave your thoughts in the comment section as well. Let us go.
Very open to the idea of potentially taking U.S. action. Obviously, you're not going to tell us that. Can you walk us through what contributed to that change, how you got to where you are in making your decision now?
Well, I think it started the first night. I mean, that first night was devastating. And it really knocked the one side off, as you know. It was a devastating evening, day. And it pretty much proceeded that way. I have a meeting in the war room in a little while, situation room, as some people call it. So we're going to meet. We're going to see. We're in the midst of it's a terrible thing. I hate to see it. I hate to see all that death, so much death and destruction. But death primarily is what I hate to see.
Does that mean you haven't made a decision yet on what to do?
I have ideas as to what to do.
I don't know why President Trump always says he hates to see death. He hates to see people being killed. But you do the otherwise. Let us look at Ukraine. You say you hate to see death. Thousands of Ukrainians and Russians are dying, and you say, no, you hate to see that. But on the other hand, you go on giving Ukraine weapons, which you know they will not be able to use it effectively, which you know as soon as those weapons get into the warfield, Russia will destroy it. So I don't really understand this man. I really believed in him, but from what I'm seeing, I think he has joined the elites to deceive us.
But I haven't made a final. I like to make the final decision 1 second before it's due, because things change. I mean, especially with war, things change with war. It can go from one extreme to the other. War is very bad. There was no reason for this to be a war. There was no reason for Russia, Ukraine. A lot of wars there was no reason for. You look right up there, I don't know, see the Declaration of Independence, and I say, I wonder if the Civil War, it always seemed to me maybe that could have been solved without losing 600,000 plus people. So a lot of, it's very sad to see. It's very sad to see what's happening. But with that being said, I would say right now, Israel, from the standpoint of winning a war, is doing pretty well. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, in your meeting today with the Chief of Staff of the Pakistani Army, did you talk about Iran? Did that come up? Is there anything you can share from that meeting?
Yeah, well, they know Iran very well, better than most. And they're not happy about anything. It's not that they're bad with Israel. They know them both, actually, but they probably, maybe they know Iran better. But they see what's going on, and he agreed with me. The reason I had him here, I wanted to thank him for not going into the war, just, ending the war. And I want to thank, as you know, Prime Minister Modi just left, just a little while ago, just left. And we're working a trade deal with India. We're working a trade deal with Pakistan. And they were both here. But I was with Modi a few weeks ago. He was here, actually. But now we speak to him. And I'm so happy. There was a deal that two smart people, plus, they have people on their staff too, but two very smart people decided not to keep going with that war. That could have been a nuclear war. Those are two nuclear powers. Big ones. Big nuclear.
Do you sometimes understand Trump when he speaks? I think he beats about the bush too much. What do you think? He beats about the bush unnecessarily. Just go straight to the answers. Well, let him speak.
Powers, and they decided that. So I was honored to meet him today.
And if I can, Mr. Keefer, sir, and for anyone who may want to answer, how has the travel bans from certain countries affected fans maybe coming in for the games, or is that not a consideration
Johnny,
at all.
go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not a concern for us. For the games now in the Club World Cup, everything has been done in a very smooth way. We have an excellent collaboration, of course, with the president, but with the task force in particular. For next year, the World Cup, we have one more year to work, and the learnings that we have this year with the Club World Cup, which is historic. I say this to all the Americans because it's the first ever Club World Cup, and it's played in the United States of America. So the learnings we'll have for this will apply them next year.
And they're largely sold out, so
But
I don't know.
everything is great.
I don't think he's too worried about the travel ban. He doesn't know what the travel ban is, I don't think. Johnny, tell me what the travel ban is. He doesn't know what it is. He's largely sold out. Like tonight is totally. I've had friends, they heard about this meeting. They said, can you give me tickets? I don't know if I can get tickets. He won't give them to
Well,
me.
we can speak
Maybe
about it.
John will give them to me. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, two questions, if I could. One about Iran and then one domestically. With Iran, what's your message to Americans, both here and abroad, who are not only concerned about the U.S. potentially getting involved in another conflict in the Middle East, but worry about the potential for retaliation here at home?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to get involved either, but I've been saying for 20 years, maybe longer, that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I've been saying it for a long time. And I think they were a few weeks away from having one. And they had to sign a document. I think.
See, President Trump, sometimes I don't know where he gets his information from. It's like he's being lied to and he's believing the lies. I have a video here which I want you to watch before we continue this section, which explains that Iran has no physical evidence to show that they are producing or they want to produce a nuclear weapon.
The UN's atomic agency has told Al Jazeera that the IAEA did not find evidence that Iran was constructing a nuclear weapon. Rafael Grossi's comments come a week after the agency accused Tehran of not complying with its nuclear obligations. He spoke to my colleague Neve Barker on Talk to Al Jazeera.
We did not find in Iran elements to indicate that there is an active, systematic plan to build a nuclear weapon. We have not seen elements to allow us as inspectors to affirm that there was a nuclear weapon that was being manufactured or produced somewhere in Iran.
These oligarchs has influenced the world so much that they can make you hate whoever they want you to hate. This is too bad. President Trump, of all people, I don't know what will happen within the next 2 years, but I think from what I'm seeing, I think he's not what we thought he was.
They wish they signed it now. It was a fair deal. And now it's a harder thing to sign, you know. It's a lot of water over the dam. But, you know, it's very, I say it very simply. Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Too much devastation. And they'd use it. You know, I believe they'd use it. Others won't use it, but I believe they'd use it. So that's it. It's very simple as far as I'm concerned.
United States, you used yours. United States used his nuclear weapon on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. As a person is, so he believes his neighbor is also. You used yours. You killed thousands of Japanese. Whilst they have already surrendered, you went ahead and killed them. So you are always afraid people will also use theirs. But the nuclear bomb is just for deterrent so that nobody will attack you unexpectedly, because he knows if he does, the repercussions will be worse and far greater than what he did to you. Period.
So they can't have a nuclear weapon.
And then domestically, Missouri Senator Josh Hawley came out this week as the lead sponsor of a bill to raise the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour. It stands out because he's a Republican. There's still 20 states that have it at $7.25. Do you support the legislation or the idea?
Well, I haven't seen it. I'd have to speak to Josh. He's a very good friend of mine. That's interesting that Josh did that. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Some people agree with it, some people don't. You know, some people say it really turns away business. Restaurants close, and a lot of things happen. Other people agree. I'd have to speak to Josh. He's a good guy.
For the Iran, the possibility of an Iran deal, is the destruction or the dismantling of the Fordow nuclear enrichment center, is that a prerequisite for a deal? Is that a red line for you?
No, it's just something that people talk about having. We're the only ones that have the capability to do it, but that doesn't mean I'm going to do it at all. Yeah, we have the best military equipment in the world.
I don't believe him. I don't believe him. From the past 5 months, what Donald Trump has said and done are directly opposite. So I don't believe if he says he's not going to get involved. He says this and that, and that's the opposite. I really just don't believe if he says he's not going to get involved in the Iran war.
You see that with this fight. We have planes that are undetectable, flying around like, you know, nobody's able to see them stealth. You guys want to be stealthy tonight. You know, you can be stealth, you'll never lose, right? But these are incredible planes and weapons. We have the best weapons in the world, by far. Nobody close. And I mean, certain countries take advantage of that. Israel has incredible weaponry. So we'll see what happens. I've been asked about it by everybody.
First of all, America has good weapons, but not incredible weapons. You see, the things they said about the Abraham tanks and whatever they call F-35s and all that. I'm not into all this military, you know, gadgets and stuff, but the things they said about it, the Houthis were able to shoot an American aircraft, war jet, less, yeah. The Houthis were destroying your ships with missiles that were less than maybe 20,000 US dollars. The Houthis were destroying your systems with drones that were less than $10,000. Yeah. Your weapons went into Russia. The Abraham tanks, whatever missile defense systems, and most of them have been destroyed. You have good weapons, all right, but you don't have the best weapons up to date. When it comes to weapons, Russia, with the ongoing Ukraine war, have been able to, you know, revise and re-equip and remodernize most of their weapons. When it comes to China, I don't want to go there because it seems they are now the technological giants of this world. So obviously, they will have better weapons than you. I don't know why Trump thinks the United States is still on top. It is not on top anymore. I think the better they accept that they are no longer the world superpower, the better for them.
But I haven't made a decision.
Mr. President, you talked earlier today about having daily conversations with Prime Minister Netanyahu.
Yeah.
How have those conversations weighed on you in terms of getting more involved? He's been lobbying for the U.S. to get more involved. Has that had an impact in kind of your evolution, sir?
Look, we talk, and I'd like to see everything done. I would have preferred having just an agreement, a strong agreement, you know, verifiable agreement. But it was such a shame. They were so close. You know, Iran was very close to signing what would have been a very good agreement for them. And maybe that could still happen, I guess. You know, they do want to come and see us. They want to see me in the White House.
I don't understand him. Iran wanted to sign the agreement. Iran did not want any war with Israel. Overnight, with the help of the American intelligence, overnight Israel went ahead and attacked Iran. And I really like what the Iranians are doing, because they have really surprised the world. Nobody thought they could have done what they are doing. Iran did not want any war. They wanted to sign a peace deal. I don't know why he says this and does. I don't really understand Trump anymore.
That's a big statement, but it's very late.
Is it enough of a statement to hold off getting?
We're going to see what happens. Look, we're going to see what happens. Ending it as soon as you can would be good.
Have you closed the door on meeting with them?
No.
Okay, so it's still open to them coming here in your eyes.
I mean, they asked if they could come. We'll see if that happens. It's not that easy for them to come. They can't get out. You know, they're in Iran, and in one case, the guy wanted to come so badly, but he can't get out because there's bombs dropping all over the place.
Have you seen?
It's not just Israel. It's not just Iran. A flight has been cancelled in Israel and Iran. Okay, so if you say they want to come but they can't come because of the fight, no. If Netanyahu wants to fly to America right now, he either needs to go to Cyprus or outside Israel to be able to fly to America. Because of the war, nobody wants to risk it. You move any flight up, the opponent will think it's maybe an attack, a war jet, and they might, mistakenly hit it down. So nobody wants to take that risk. So it is not just Iran. There is a no-fly zone on Iran and in Israel. Okay? Period. What we'll do is that I will end the video here and let me know what you think on this video. I really don't understand President Trump anymore, because it's like he says this and does this and he's all over the place. He's all over the place. I really can't understand what he wants to do. Okay, anyway, you have been with Kofi Info, and we will definitely meet on the next video. Bye-bye.